You are sitting by the window, coffee half cold in your tray, the cabin lights dimmed to a soft amber. A bright ping bites through the murmur, 2 quick chimes, and the seatbelt sign glows above you. Someone 2 rows ahead lets out a small gasp. The person next to you squints toward the aisle like they expect a fireball. Those little sounds, a ding, a bump, a distant whir, can feel huge when you fly rarely. I get it. Every unexpected ping makes your heart flip because you don't know whether to stay seated, reach for your phone, or bolt for the exit when the aircraft lands. Start by learning the most common sounds so they become background instead of alarm bells. At home, read your airline's safety card and watch its short safety video. Those chime patterns are described there and on many carrier websites. Before you go to the airport, check the gate display for departure time and remarks. Download the airline app and save your boarding pass, and pack a small pair of foam earplugs and noise-cancelling earbuds in an easy-to-reach pocket. In the terminal, listen to the gate agent announcements and glance at overhead signs. The cabin crew will announce most system checks before takeoff or landing. When that first chime rings as the jet begins to push back, here's the practical checklist. Buckle your seatbelt, stow loose items, and cut back on headphone volume so you can hear crew instructions. If you hear a steady, high-pitched tone or a repetitive chime while on the ground, look for a visual cue on the overhead panel like the seatbelt light or an illuminated exit sign. If cabin air feels strange, ears popping, a pop or hiss near the windows, keep your mask handy, yawn, or chew gum to equalize pressure. If the crew asks you to stay seated or to return to your seat, do it right away. They have a specific reason, even if it's a routine check. Now the anatomy. A quick single chime is usually a cabin call, a flight attendant calling the cockpit, or a crew-to-crew alert. 2 chimes often mean the cabin crew should prepare for takeoff or landing. 3 chimes can be a command from the captain to the cabin. A seatbelt ding tied to the seatbelt sign is purely instructional. It's not an engine problem, it's your cue to sit. Bumps are almost always turbulence, moving pockets of air that jostle the airframe, or they can come from the landing gear or flaps moving during approach. Engine noises are built into flight. A rising whine is engine power-up, a deep rumble at high thrust, and a mechanical clunk can be the landing gear deploying. Pressurization pops, that sudden ping near a window, are equalizing sounds when the cabin pressure changes. The flight deck will use a microphone and a specific chime system so the crew can coordinate without shouting. Think of the aircraft like a large bus with many doors and moving parts. When a bus brakes, you feel a shift. When a plane moves flaps or lowers gear, it makes a mechanical sound. The chimes are the bus driver's horn signals. Short, agreed-upon cues that mean different things to drivers and conductors. The cabin is a sealed box with pumps and vents and lots of metal, so noises travel and sometimes sound far louder than they really are. That everyday analogy, car dashboard lights, door creaks, and turn signal clicks, helps. Most noises mean a system is doing what it should, not that it's failing. What happens if you misread the sound? In the best case, you jump a little and feel embarrassed. In the worst case, if passengers panic or ignore crew instructions, the aircraft can be delayed or an unnecessary emergency procedure could be started. Delays for inspections after a reported anomaly can range from 30 minutes to several hours. If maintenance is required, it can be longer. From an airline's perspective, a mechanical inspection triggered by an unusual sound can cost tens of thousands of dollars in labor, parts, and disruption. I've seen overnight AOG, aircraft on ground, events that cost airlines $50,000, $200,000 or more
when a part must be replaced. For you as a passenger, the concrete costs are time and missed connections. A routine inspection can make you miss a tight connection and cost you extra on a new ticket or a hotel. Typical out-of-pocket rebooking or hotel costs can range from $100 to $600, depending on the route and how long you're stuck. So, what's the cheapest, safest, most practical thing to do when you hear any odd chime or bump? Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened, look for the illuminated signs, and listen to the crew. Pull out your phone only when the crew says it's safe. Otherwise, bring it down to airplane mode so you can hear and comply. If you can, slide on foam earplugs during climb and descent. They smooth high-frequency chimes and reduce the stress of constant engine roar.
If you're genuinely worried, press the call button once and ask calmly. The flight attendant will give you a short explanation, and that alone lowers your stress more than scrolling comments on social media. Many useful links can be found in the description. If this is helpful, tap subscribe for short, clear travel tips you can use before your next flight. When you ask crew or gate agents a direct question like, "What did that 3 chime mean?" you'll almost always get a plain language answer. Keep your boarding pass and ID handy and mention any tight connection to gate staff before boarding. That gives them a chance to flag you for assistance if the flight is delayed for inspection. One specific hidden claim to watch for. Some carriers and booking sites promote quiet cabin or extra legroom seats as a way to buy silence. Quiet cabin is not a protected guarantee. It's usually a marketing label for a seat block that may be farther from galley noise but may sit next to the engines on a certain aircraft type. Paying extra for a premium seat won't stop all rattles or prevent pressurization pops. It only changes your seat location. If a seller claims guaranteed quiet or implies mechanical silence, refuse that upsell. Instead, ask the airline which aircraft model will operate your flight and where the quieter sections typically are, or use noise reduction earplugs if silence is your goal. Another common misleading promise is the idea that a refundable fare automatically rebooks you onto another flight if your plane is delayed for inspection. It doesn't. Refundable fares mean you can cancel without losing money. Rebooking protections are a separate product like trip insurance or flexible rebooking options. Don't buy both unless you read the fine print. If you need protection for missed connections, buy a flexible rebooking add-on or a travel insurance policy that covers missed connections caused by mechanical delays. If you want to be even better prepared, learn the different chime patterns from your carrier's website. Keep a small travel checklist in your phone: passport, boarding pass, earplugs, meds, seatbelt fastened. And practice a breathing exercise for turbulence-related anxiety. Inhale 4 counts, hold 2, exhale 6. For real engine anomalies, pilots will brief the cabin and either continue normally, divert, or return to gate. The crew's instructions are the authoritative guidance. Evacuations are rare. If asked to evacuate, leave everything and follow the lights and crew. Any attempt to collect luggage can cause injury and slow the process. Close with one last practical tip. If you ever hear a continuous siren-like tone or the pilots use the PA to order an immediate evacuation, follow instructions quickly and leave belongings behind. For everything else, a chime, a bump, an engine roar, treat it as a signal to check your seatbelt and listen, not as a reason to panic. If this helped, please like the video and subscribe for more straightforward flight explanations and airport tips. Safe travels, and next time you hear a ping, you'll know what to do.